Alrighty, gang. First of all, I want to welcome you guys to the beginning of the 30-day mindset shift. And we're about to have a lot of fun. And like we talked about before, these are more one-on-one. I'm actually right now on a running trail. I'm about to start running. I'm going to do a short run today. I'm going to do a 3-mile run. And then I'll try to do a couple 6-mile runs this week as well. I run every single day. I usually take maybe one day off a week. But usually on my days off, I end up getting out and just running a quick 2 miles. Because the flow feels so good in my body. So you're going to hear some wind. You may hear some cars beeping their horns. This is you and me being raw and real. I'm not sitting in front of my computer. There's no script. This is about making complete mindset shift, because we talked about on the webinar, right? The be, do, have principle. The focus is that if whatever goals that you're trying to achieve in your life, right? Let's say I want to become a millionaire, right? You have to first become that millionaire in your mind. Your inner world creates your outer world. If you want things to materialize on the outer world in your life, whether it's fitness, great relationships, great relationship with your kids, you want to be an international best-selling speaker, best-selling author, whatever, fit, make millions and millions of dollars, whatever that is. For that to materialize on the outside, it starts with changing your inner world. So that's the first thing you need to understand, is your inner world changes your outer world. So just like everything in life, there is a beginning. This is day number 1. This is the beginning. So where does that beginning begin? It begins with your daily routines, your habits that you create. And most people have a habit of, they get up in the morning, they go to work, they come home, they eat dinner, they sit in front of the TV the rest of the night, maybe drink a couple beers to chill because they're stressed, because they hate the boss. And that's their daily routine. On the weekends, they spend all their money that they had, they don't invest it, they don't do anything physically to work themselves out, and that is the cycle of their life. And they're never going to accomplish much. That is the majority of people on this planet. But you came into this course because you wanted something more. So we got to start changing the habits. And the habits begin with our routines. Habits and routines can be interchangeable, except for the habits are routines that we got to the point to where they now become a part of our daily lives. So underneath this video, there is a worksheet. And you can use that worksheet just to glance at. You can print it off and use it, or just take mental note. But I want you to start walking through your daily routines. Maybe you need to sit down and track this week every single thing that you do. How much time are you playing video games? Do you come home? What do you do in the morning? What's your routine in the morning? What is your routine during lunch? Are you taking your lunch at work or with your business? Just sitting down and eating and chilling, playing a video game, chilling out? Or are you doing a lunch with a client that could potentially be one of the newest sales you bring in, or a JV partner potential deal? What are the routines that you're doing with your life? What are routines you do with your eating habits, with your fitness? What are you doing in the evening? And I guess a lot of you listen to this right now are entrepreneurs. And so a lot of you may be entrepreneurs, but you still have this mindset of, it's 5 or 6 o'clock. I'm chilling out for the evening. And I can sit and watch some TV. There's nothing wrong with watching a little bit of TV. I got a couple of shows that I like to watch. Very, very limited. Very, very limited. 2 hours a week. That's it. I have 2 shows I watch. And that's all. The rest of it, I put all into my family. I put all into my business. Everything I've got is invested into the things that are important to me. So I want you to think about the habits that you're doing right now that are taking you away from accomplishing the things that you want to do. And let's start working on today. Start creating new habits by changing our routines. So let's start with the morning time. So I'm going to talk about my routines here. If you're underneath this video, I've actually got a screenshot. I keep a morning routine list on my phone. Like not just a morning routine list, but like a mini goal tracker, mini routines. So the first thing I do before I jump out of bed, before my feet touch the floor, I have a yellow notepad, a legal pad with a pen sitting right there. I write my goals. And when I'm writing my goals, this is not me saying, I want to do this today. I want to do that. No, this is big thinking. Big thinking. I want a Gulfstream G500 private jet. It's a $60 million plane. I have a Mercedes G63. I'm married to so-and-so spouse. My kids think I'm a rock star. I've got 1,000 apartment units. My businesses are making $1 million a month. Like this is about creating flow. This is not about sitting and thinking about it or even pondering how you're going to accomplish it. This is nothing but flow. This is to get up in the morning for you to start thinking big, nothing holding back. Don't even think about it. Just write it down. Go. I want to do this. I want to be a Lamborghini. I want to do this. I want to travel the world. I'm an international speaker. I have 10 best-selling books. I'm this and this and that. I've got a million people on social media that follow me and I'm giving content to. I'm putting $1 million a month or $1 million a year or whatever into helping get kids off the streets. You got to just write. And this is an exercise you need to do a minimum of twice a day. Because first thing in the morning, when you start doing this, it starts getting your creative juices flowing. That is the most important thing. Getting you into creative mode and getting you into making impact at a big level mode. And you also do this before you go to bed, right? Because the last thing you want to do before you go to bed is because subconsciously that stuff is working in your mind. It will begin changing the very DNA. So start out of bed in the morning, writing your goals. Just boom. It takes 2-3 minutes. Just go. Man, sometimes I'm scribbling. I'm not going to go back and reread them. Like, this is nothing about, you can write it down and tear it and throw it in the trash. It doesn't matter. All it is for you to get your juices flowing and getting you into a mindset of thinking big, thinking at a higher level. I'm fit. I'm 183 pounds. And so I can run a 10K in less than 1 hour, right? Whatever. You got to start setting some goals and things that you want to do and just start pouring out. Don't stop and think. You should never stop writing. Just anything comes out. Oh yeah, I want 10 boats. I want to do. Just don't let anything hold you back. This is about letting everything flow, right? So do that before you go to bed. And then first thing in the morning, you're doing that. And then during the day, here's the cool thing about that whole process. During the day, if you are feeling like, kind of losing vision, I'm losing track, sit down and write your goals down again. It only takes 2 or 3 minutes, man. It gets you excited again. I'm telling you, Ron, it starts creating a level of energy and excitement in your life that takes you to maybe every couple hours, you got to stop and write your goals again to get yourself rejuiced, recommitted back to your think big game plan. So that's the first thing I do. Let's talk about another habit or routine. Is for me, you'll see that on my little screenshot, that I basically focus first thing in the morning of letting go of everything else. For me, it's my spiritual walk with God. I listen to music or meditation music. I slow my mind down, and this is where I'm like, whew, man, God, I give you everything in my life. I give you my relationships. I give you my kids. I give you my finances. I give you all my businesses. I give you all the business partners I'm working on right now. Like, I let go of everything. I totally trust you. And for you, it could be something like that. For you, it could be just meditation. It could be 3 or 4 minutes of meditation. Meaning I'm just going to close my eyes, hone down, let go of all the stresses and all that junk just for a couple minutes. And then I move into gratitude. And that is thinking about everything I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for my kids. I think about each one of my kids. I literally see a picture of them smiling in my face. And I smile. So grateful for you. So grateful for this. So grateful for this business partner. So grateful for this, that, and all these different things. I focus on gratefulness out of the gate. So you understand, I'm barely out of bed at this point. Haven't even gotten a cup of coffee yet. From there, I move into focusing on, I already wrote my goals down. I close my eyes and think about some of those goals I wrote down. Just seeing flashes of cool things and traveling and me being on stage, right? Like speaking to thousands and thousands of people, and I'm making an impact, and I'm touching people's lives, and lives are being changed. Families are being changed because of my message. I'm seeing myself in that position. I'm visualizing, right? And then I check for the next thing. I did that. And then you'll see on that little screenshot that basically I've got mentors. And some of these mentors I haven't even met yet. Like Tom Bilyeu, Grant Cardone, Tony Robbins, which I have met. Some of these people, Garrett White, some of these people that are at a place in their life I'm following, I'm modeling. And I literally will ask myself, what would Tony do? What would Tony Robbins do, right? He would act with absolute certainty right now in the moment. Absolute certainty, right? I can snap my fingers and change my state. And so I almost visualize myself being Tony Robbins, because even though I'm trying to be Greg and you're trying to be you don't want to be Tony Robbins, but there are characteristics in him that if you had those and applied those into your life and your business, your relationships, could shift everything. So I go through that process. Right? What would David Goggins do? Man, have a mental toughness to push through no matter what. Like right now, I'm about to start running here in a second. I don't feel like running. Last night, I went to bed late, woke up 3 to 4 times in the middle of the night, which is not normal. So I'm exhausted. And part of my daily routine is running. It's not something I have to think about. Like, I don't feel like it. Doesn't matter what I feel like. Right? So what would David do in this spot? It's about your routine. It's about your discipline. It's about me getting up and making it happen anyway. Then I go through and I have kids on there. Like I reach out, I got grown adult kids and young kids. I send them all a message if I'm away from home. Some of them live away from home. So, hey man, I just want to let you know I love you, pal. Whatever. Or to my daughter, hey beautiful, just letting you know daddy's thinking about you. I love you so much. Those types of things, right? So I go through a routine. I talk about my fitness. I'm going to do something every day towards my fitness. It could just be running. Some days it's a really hard workout in the gym. So, but every single day I do something towards my fitness. Every day I do a certain amount of stretching. Every day I do a certain amount of this. If you scroll down, I have business goals. Like, what can I do on top of my existing businesses? What can I do in the new company? Usually I've got one new company I'm putting effort into to start growing the company. What can I do in that company today to make 10 grand today? Right? And I start going through those types of things. Is this a little checklist? How much water am I drinking? How much protein am I eating? Like, it's about my routines. So I'll put more into this section here as well. I'm going to add another video down the road, but let's just start with where you're at. What routines do you have that are routines that are literally not serving you anymore? Are you spending too much time watching television? Too much time playing video games? Too much time sloughing off? What are you investing into in your life that's going to help you move forward? And those are the routines you got to start setting. You got to start setting some fitness goals, because if you're going to kick ass and take names and make impact on this planet, you got to be healthy, you got to have a high energy, and you got to live a long time. 2, what kind of impact is going to change what can you do? What kind of routines can you do to start making sure your mental state is constantly shifted, right? It is going through some of the routines I just gave you, even just small routines like that. So look at my checklist, start thinking about routines that you can start adding into your life. And these now become habits. These are routines that you're going to do every single day, period. It is what you do. It's like a checklist. I'm going to get up, I'm going to do this, I'm going to write my goals down instantly. I'm going to go through this whole thing. I'm going to get my head clear. I'm going to focus on gratitude all day. Today I'm going to focus on the positive and not worry about the negative. Anything negative is a challenge. I'm going to move off for it now. Focus only on the positive things. Outlook on the areas I'm looking at. Maybe you got business issues, maybe you got relationship issues. I'm not going to focus on the negative. I'm going to focus on the positive today, right? And what can I do to start making these shifts? So I hope this helped today. Start working on your daily routines. We'll add more into this section again later on. I know I'll come up with more. But your routines and everything that I've done is keep helping me become successful in every area of my life. And it has come from routine. And the areas that I've been unsuccessful in is also from bad routines. It is all about the routines. So guys, at the beginning, guys and gals, in the beginning, it is all about your routine. So when you wake up in the morning, you're feeling juiced and super excited about life. Yay! You hit your routines. When you wake up in the morning, you feel depressed. You don't want to get out of bed. It doesn't matter how you feel. It's about disciplining yourself to stick to your routines. And when you do those things, you start taking control and your mind starts becoming stronger than your feelings, your emotions, the circumstances of your moment, whether you slept well or didn't sleep well, whether you feel physically awesome or you woke up sick. Your routines are what's going to push you into the successful life. Follow the routines. Here's the thing. You can always add more routines. You can swap out routines that aren't serving you. But start removing the negative routines out of your life. I guarantee you can knock several hours of routine out of your life every single day that are not pushing you towards your goals, and replace those with small things. All these things I talked about are really small things, right? Just reaching out to your kids. What am I doing? I'm investing into my family. Letting my daughter know, hey, daddy's here. I love you. You know, she lives 500 miles away from me. You know, reaching out to your spouse if you're at work in the middle of the day, set an alarm at noon. Send your spouse a little heart and say, hey, just want to let you know I'm thinking about you. That's investing into the things that are important to your future, right? Routines. Start thinking about a game plan of attack of routines that are going to serve your future. Talk to you guys later.